Einar Tangen joins us now from Beijing for more on China's maritime trade. He's a senior fellow at the Taihe Institute and chairman of Asian Narratives. And let's start with Alistair's story about Manzanillo. It's become this important route that's growing in importance, but we're also seeing a port being built in Peru as part of the Belt and Road Initiative, which will also boost trade between Central America and China. So this growth continues to evolve. Can you talk about that?
Well, yeah, Mike. I mean, what you have here is you'll notice that Mexico surpassed China as the largest exporter to the United States. But the fact is, a lot of intermediate goods are flowing from China to Mexico. That's one area of trade where you're getting a lot of exports coming from China. But areas like Peru, those are the other side of the story. They represent the imports to China of tremendous amount of raw materials and things like that. Obviously, they're both ways. You can, the ships go back and forth, but it shows that there is, despite this idea that you can separate trade, the market says it's difficult because people are going to continue to, and companies are going to continue to buy what's cheapest, and in terms of not only in terms of price, but in terms of value.
You mentioned these ships go both ways, and shipping is becoming more dicey because of what's happening in Gaza. A lot of Chinese exports to Europe ship through the Red Sea. We're also seeing oil and other minerals heading to China, going through the same waterway. We've seen ships targeted by Houthi rebels. How concerning is that to China, that the geopolitical landscape is making transporting goods on the sea quite troublesome and problematic in many ways?
Well, in 2013, China surpassed the United States as the largest goods trader in the world. To give you an idea, in 2023, China exported almost $3.4 trillion worth of exports and imported almost just over $2.5 trillion worth of goods. So, it's a situation where, of course, China benefits from global trade, clearly, and it wants to continue that. The issue here is that this is a political situation, not one where China can solve it by simply putting pressure on one party or another. They're concerned about what's going on in Gaza between the U.S. and Israel, and that is not something that you can handle economically. So at this point, China is concerned. They certainly want to see this go away, but it's not necessarily in their hands. You've already seen the effects of this 42% decrease in Suez Canal trade in the last 2 months. Freight rates have gone from 581 per 20-foot TEU in mid-October to now over 3,000. Insurance rates are up, times are up. This is not good for the global economy. But as I said, this is a political issue in the end, not something where China can force it in terms of trying to talk about economics.
And Einar, we remember during the COVID crisis seeing a lot of ships and ports, global supply chains kind of broken as a result. Where is shipping today, would you say?
Shipping today is still extremely important. I mean, you cannot shut it off. Europe, for instance, is now highly reliant on liquefied natural gas. They cut off their pipeline with Russia over Ukraine. Now, they're facing really, really dire times as they try to do that. Also, the export of goods. So shipping is incredibly important. China is the largest shipping, has the largest number of shipping ships in the world. They surpass Greece and Japan. That is going to continue to be essential. If you don't have shipping, you can't get things to where they need to be. Now, China, through the Belt and Road Initiative, created alternatives. You'll note that the routes going from China overland by rail, even by truck going to Europe and other places, has gone up dramatically, so has the price. But people shouldn't think that this somehow benefits China. China benefits from a better global economic situation where trade flows freely.
Well, Einar, always a delight talking to you. Happy New Year, and thanks for taking time out of your morning to visit with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. Happy New Year to you.